Good day, Journal. I know you know it, but onlookers, admirers, fans, and even loved and adored ones do not appear to understand. A large swath of your life, it felt like Little Richard wrote the background music, the soundtrack to your life. Keep a Knockin' was that song. Keep a Knockin' on many days is that song still playing in the background, blaring is your life's theme song. Keep a knockin', but you can't come in. Keep a knockin', but you can't come in. Keep a knockin', but you can't come in. Come back tomorrow night and try again. Keep a knockin' is what life said to you so loudly that you couldn't hear anything else. Keep a knockin', but you can't come in. Come back tomorrow night and try again. Yes, that's how life spoke to you. You might as well admit that that's how life punked you on many days and in many ways. Remember all those days that you thought you'd arrived? You thought you had come to the end of the road and needed only to knock on the door of achievement, of remarkable success, only to find out that locked tight was the door and that you could not get in. Yes, there were lots of days like that. Again, some days, even now, are like that. You get to where you say you want to be, and it's like you arrive at the hottest club in town only to find that the bouncer won't let you in. Keep knocking, the bouncer, that is, life says, but you can't come in. Come back tomorrow night, try again. Once upon a time, it didn't matter if it was day or night when you arrived. You still couldn't get into the club of best-selling, award-winning authors. There was no serial best-selling award-winning author in front of your name. Instead, you were the author who couldn't even get a bowl of cereal, much less a mention that you were a serial mediocre author in front of your name. When it came to proof that you could write, that you wrote well, the evidence of failure was the only door that readily welcomed you in. Acclaim was that door that said, keep a knockin', but you can't get in. Success, as an author said, come back tomorrow night and try again. The same was the case for being a public intellectual. Nobody knew you publicly, and even fewer people knew that there was anything intelligent about you. Being a renowned global public intellectual was only a dream. Your dream that, after a while, felt like a horrific, recurring, never-ending nightmare. People, especially the millions who now like and follow your work via social media, see you and think only about where you are today. Folks seem to function as though you only needed to rub a genie's lamp and this life instantly appeared. People know it's not true that you got 3 wishes and one wish was this fantastic life, and now each day you live your best life. They know it's not true in their honest hearts, but in their deceiving minds, they want to believe it was that easy. People love to look at others and see what they want to see. If you are successful, they want to see that your journey is one of 2 things. First, they want to believe it was easy for you and that you got all the breaks. Second, they want to make you out as a superhero with God-like powers that they don't have. They want to function as though they, unlike you, were not made in the image of God. Moreover, pretending that the impossible is their only reality and that the possible is your truth and yours alone exclusively is their preferred way to go about each day. And those two versions of how you got to be as you are today: a person in excellent health, maintaining abundant wealth, and sharing timeless wisdom. You heard the words DEI. Some said your life is an example of a DEI hire. Yes, have you heard that lie before? If you had $1 for every time you heard it, you'd have 2 beach homes paid for with cash. Folks want to make it seem like someone laid the red carpet out for you and that you were born with a silver spoon, or dare you say it, golden spoon in your mouth. People like to act like a pot of gold is always within reach, waiting for you to quickly and easily arrive at the rainbow's end. But those folks are delusional. A red carpet laid for you is a myth. There was no such thing. Hell, you lived much of your life with no flooring. You moved about in the dirt, in the muck and mire. You traveled many days on your hands and knees to get here. You never had a silver or golden spoon. Quite the contrary. You didn't even have a spork, or plastic eating utensil that functions as a spoon and fork. No, your life was synonymous with eating with your hands, eating what you could kill barehanded. If you didn't get it, the life you wanted wouldn't get got. If you didn't work, well, you were a person who didn't eat. And don't let me get started on that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow nonsense. A pot of shit is waiting for you on most days. You didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out when you started on this journey for self-actualization, to make yourself into being who you want the world to remember you as when you're no more amongst the living. DEI hire is most laughable. Hearing that you are an affirmative action baby is equally hysterical. A product of DEI, you are if DEI means determination, effort, and inspiration. If that's what DEI means, then you stand guilty as charged. Determined you've been all your life to be more than others believed you could be. Effort, a dying effort you gave more than most to live your best life. You were inspired each day by the Creator's words that as a person thinks in their heart, so are they. Not to give up on yourself or give in to internal or external doubt, naysaying, excuse, or disbelief. That's the only acronym for DEI you can come up with. Otherwise, you and the letters DEI have nothing in common. You've heard folks allege that you were an affirmative action baby or beneficiary, which is another untruth about you. Affirmative action means taking your life into your own hands and affirmatively acting on who you want to be when you are no longer. Affirmative action means you act affirmatively to make those audacious hopes and dreams your reality. That is the only thing that affirmative action has to do with your life. Otherwise, your life is, as you stated in the beginning, a life where the universe constantly reminds you that you must keep a knocking. You must keep a knocking every day in good times and bad. You must keep a knocking at the peak or valley every step of the way. You must keep a knocking every step you take, every breath you take, every move you make on life's exceptional journey. You must keep coming back to try your best over and over again tonight, tomorrow, next week, and next year to live the life you always imagined. You must be okay with continuing to work, having the door routinely shut in your face, seemingly always reaching the door and finding it locked, and discovering you do not know the secret password or hold the right key. keep a knocking till you get in. Having the door of greatness, of achievements, interests closed, and being denied the opportunity to be who you always wanted to be, made inaccessible, is part and parcel of what it means to be human. It's what it means to be a fighter. As your Southern California hometown schools say, the USC Trojans, fight on. Fight on for the right to see your best life be made manifest. Never forget to keep a knocking, because you will get in. Could you keep knocking no matter how many days you must return and do it again?
Reflect and write. How committed are you to your hopes and dreams? Are you willing to keep knocking despite rejections, failures, and the doubts of others? What inspires you to keep going? How do you ensure that you don't give up on yourself or give into the internal or external doubt, naysaying, excuses, or beliefs of others? What will you do if the doors close in your face or you are told no? Now act. You know there will be obstacles and challenges along the road to your best life, so go ahead and plan for them. Today, make a plan for what you will do when that happens, when those obstacles come. What actions will you take? How will you talk to yourself? How will you think about yourself? What will you do to keep knocking? This could include creating a vision board, creating and posting mantras to improve your self-talk. Whatever it is, be specific, because if you don't plan for it, you might get completely knocked out. So journey forward.